My dear friend, you are welcome on my channel. Namaste, Sada Vassale, not Vassale, Vassale. Now, as you are aware, that we are discussing about the law of the India or the Indian Constitution. Actually, in India, law is a dead ideology because the execution of law is so lengthy and it is so impure, in sense of impure, that the selection of the higher judiciary in Supreme Court and in High Court only by the collegium system, which is very, very undemocratic. And this is the parallel to the government. The selection of judges is the matter of the government, and the selection of the judges must be by a selection board. But here in India, the only in India, it may be other country, but it's not. We are now discussing about the India. So this selection of process by collegium is totally against the Indian democracy. So whenever the selection of a higher judiciary in the High Court and the Supreme Court is clear, that how can we can imagine that the justice will not be delayed because many of selection of the judges due to the collegium there is a string between government and the collegium system of India, and there is a rivalry amongst the government and the collegium system, and this collegium system is totally autocrated by the judges. It is very amazing that the Chief Justice of Supreme Court this will decide who is the next Chief Justice of Supreme Court. This is very amazing that the one captain, suppose if a captain, the cricket team will decide who is the next captain. So why these Supreme Court Chief Justice or judges are so abstinent? They are terminating the democratic value of India. So this is the first phase of my video. The second phase is that now we should examine the reality of the law executive bodies, what they are doing. Mostly of the law abiding or law executive bodies officials are most corrupt in this world, in this India. There are a lot of restriction for the justice for the poor peoples of India because in the police station they are being tortured by the policemen in the name of first report, not the first investigation report, but this is first information report. That is known as the. So this system must be changed in favor of the poor people. And this is the ill fate of our people, poor people. They are illiterate person, they do not know how to execute, yeah, how to compel to the police officers to compel the law, compel the law by these police officers. The mostly the law disturbers are the lower grade police officer that is known as the station house officers or the inquiry officer. So you see most of the corruption was committed by the so-called bureaucrats and the political leaders. They, there is a caucus between the corrupt the IES and IAPS, but even Food Corrupt Corporation of India is now corruption of India. And the lot of corruption insist or available or present in the Food Corporation of India, in the managing director of the Food Corruption of India, are making the money in the crores in a month. I'm not saying about those who are uh, the honest person. I am only describing against those person who are most corrupted in every field, in every anything. So the zonal manager are also making money in crores. The SRM of the Food Corporation of India is making money in crores. You see in Central Warehousing Corporation, the Ajay Kheda was now in prison. When the one of my warehouse manager told me when I was in Murana, I would not like to disclose the name of that warehouse manager, but he is not honest at all. He told me that Ajay Kheda is the man of 10 crores. It was the early 90s when he told me. Then now he is under behind the bar as a Kheda. He cheated so many persons. He also make money from the HMP contractor. And you see, one case I have registered against the Sri Ram Kumar, who was the Central Warehousing Corporation Lucknow regional manager at that time, and the Commissionary of India. Labor Commissioner of India agreed with my complaint that there is some violation of labor rules in Central Warehousing Corporation regional area Lucknow. This complaint on the PM Honorable PM portal, that's the grievance of the government of India. These officials who are in the labor ministry are debating this case, and he told me that this case belongs to Uttar Pradesh, so the labor commissioner of UP means state government official will inquire this case. Then I again put this complaint in the portal of the PM that there is any notification that Central Housing Corporation is under government, and why you have distorted this case to only save that corrupt officials who were making money when he was the regional manager, and before that the Mr. Rajiv Kumar Bansal was the regional manager at Lucknow. These all warehouse regional managers are culprit in this case. So I have put again this complaint on the Prime Minister portal. Let us see what will be the result. So the execution of the law in India is irregular. There is no relief for the poor people. And it is very amazing that after independence of the 70 years or more, the politicians are saved under this dead ideology of law execution. All the leaders, whether they are belong to the Chhattisgarh, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Karnataka, all are they are corrupt and making money. And the public are deep and dumb, and public has no dare to ask the question to the MLAs or MPs that where are your business, where are your factories, and these corrupt politicians are so cunning. They are making money in the name of anonymous people, means Benami properties. They are purchasing the Benami property. As Mr. Tejasvi Yadav, the Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar under high school or metric pass made money, so he purchased a bungalow in the new French colony in Delhi only in 4 lakhs, wherever the cost of that bungalow is more than 150 crores. So how the politicians are so they are full because they know that we have focus with the officials, the corrupt officials, corrupt bureaucracy, corrupt police, corrupt CBI officers and the ED officers. There are so many black sheep in all departments. This is why the execution of law is so slow that some judgment would become after the death of that culprit. This is due to only that the corruption is in the bracket of these officials. This is why they are trying to delaying all the matters to save their fostering fathers or mothers. So if the execution of law in India is not proper way or is not in an honest way, there is impossible to improve the position of the poor people of India. The Naxalite problem only is due to this corruption in the bureaucrats. If these bureaucrats might not be corrupt in the Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha, West Bengal, the southern eastern part of the Uttar Pradesh, the southern part of the Bihar, and even the northern part of Bihar adjoining the Nepal border, and in so many states there are 850 or less than 800 districts, and the 340 districts are suffered from the next slide problem. Because if the poor might not get the justice, certainly they will be benefited by these next slide people. In next slide people, there are many so vagabonds, so anti-social element are taking the benefit of the stupidity or foolishness of the poor people because they are the sufferer by these bureaucrats, the corrupt bureaucrats and the corrupt politicians. And it is very pathetic that the poor people of these Naxalite belt are being killed by the both sides, from the corrupt police officials and by the Naxalites. If they are not involved either in the police or with the Naxalites. So certainly the corruption of the Indian officials is responsible for this Naxalite problem and so many problems in India. This government is doing a fair job, and this is why all these corrupt and corrupt bureaucrats are screaming that the democracy is devastated by PM Modi ji, and Mr. Rahul Gandhi is also screaming in the Cambridge University. And I am amazed that the Cambridge University has so lower standard that he invited the Rahul Gandhi for the speech. Certainly, the Indian student should not go there to attend the Cambridge University courses because the Cambridge University standard is so low that a person who is very confused person who has no wisdom about the future of the country and the nationalism, what is the nationalism, and himself involved in the His family is most corrupted family of India, and the Cambridge University allowed to speak. So the ideology of the law of execution will be fairer, and if this will not be fairer, the time is not so far away that the people should act according to rule and should act stern against these corrupt officials, bureaucrats, and politicians in a democratic way. Thank you. Good night.